to see that some of you are waiting before I even go live. So I guess you've kind of made it as a YouTuber when you have people waiting on you before you've even made your live stream public. But anyway, that's good. I'm glad to see that. So what I'm going to do, I was actually working on my thumbnail, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it live, as some famous people have said, do it live, right? So I'm just going to recycle one I've used before because that's, really, like I said, the thumbnails don't seem to matter. So I'm going to pick one, or maybe those of you in the audience that are watching can help me. Oh, you know what? I think I overwrote it. Darn it. I'm going to use the one because this is about 3 funds. So I'm going to call it OARK. It's too bad I can only share my Chrome browser. Must be a Florida thing. Um, but anyway, yeah, Mr. Varden here, I'm taking your advice. Live is good, right? But I wish I could share my PowerPoint because we could just have a live arts and crafts session here where I do my thumbnail, do it live. But I'll just go ahead and do it real quick and I'll just kind of ramble on while I'm doing it. So, yeah, what I'm going to do, I saw something about a 30% yield. I'm not sure which one that one's for, but we do have some information on some of the others. So we will definitely get into that. So let me see here. I have to take the last thumbnail that I didn't overwrite was the Jim Cramer one. So I'll have to overwrite that one. Actually, I can do this. So I put one in green. I put, let's see, OARK. To add a little color to it, like Christmas colors. So OARK, let me see, because it's about 3 funds. So, oh, I can't use that one because I have my face upside down. That's supposed to be funny, though. Darn it, I wish I would have saved that one. Oh, well. You know what? I might just do it later. So, free streaming software. Yeah, that's what I'm using. I wouldn't use anything that I had to pay for. What other streaming software you Oh, are you saying because it's free that the capabilities are limited? Oh, are you suggesting another one? Streamlabs OBS. But is this available in Florida though? That's the question. Streamlabs OBS. Let me look this up now. Stream the first thing that comes up, stream the Toronto Maple Leafs game. Nope, don't want to do that. But they did win. I'm glad they won because if they got swept, it would have made the last series look bad on the Lightning. Anyway, okay, so I do see Streamlabs here, free live streaming and recording. StreamYard I've been using because I get so many hours free. Oh, you're on Twitch? Huh. Well, you'll have to give me your channel if you're on Twitch. You can come on here live and promote if you have a Twitch channel or whatever. You're more than welcome to come on here live. You're one of the core fans, so I only extend that to core fans. But anyway, let's start on the comments here from the beginning. So okay, we got 3 of you on. Who else is on here? Give me some comments here, because I already forgot what I was going to talk about today. I just went live. Oh, the title I put TSLY, OARK, and APLY. Somebody says that there's actually a dividend now for APLY. I keep wanting to say Apple, AAPL. Oh, down to 1 live viewer. What the heck? Did I scare some of you off? All right, let's see. What better way to start a live stream than going to Yahoo Finance? Because I just can't pick anything else for whatever reason. All right, here, let's see. Let's see now. Futures are up. Futures are up tomorrow, at least. I bet what I can do, I bet I can just copy. Maybe not. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm going to be lazy, and I'm going to copy a thumbnail I used from, well, you know what? I can share this screen. Let's see. I'll just start sharing this screen here. $20 for what? I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. Let me put those comments up here in a second. Anyway, we'll have some fun here. Since I didn't do my thumbnail, since I went live too early, we'll have some live arts and crafts here. This is my video that I did on, I can't remember the date now, but this is basically, I didn't want to use the 75% thumbnail, but you know what? I will. Look at that picture. That's a good picture. I got some sun there. I must have done this during the day. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to re-download my own thumbnail, and I'll have to do a snippet, which means it'll probably be blurry, so it won't be a high resolution thumbnail. But we'll get around that. That's okay. Rather than redoing it, let's see. All right, so that's that. Let's go back here. I'm in the studio now, so only core fans get to see the backstage tour here of the studio. So, all right, I'm gonna go back here, and this was, I'll find out the date that I did this here in just a second. This was on, let's see, April 23rd. So let's do this now. Gonna do this, gonna put the thumbnail here. And let's see, gotta go to my pictures because I'm using a MacBook. All right, here we go. Let's see if it's blurry or not. No, looks okay. All right, so got a thumbnail up. So now that should attract more viewers, hopefully, even though it's kind of the same one. So we got a thumbnail up here. I was going to do that before, but I figured, you know what, just might as well do it live because, you know, I get the watch hours anyway. So, all right, now let me stop sharing this. Now that we have that up, I could make my video title a little more descriptive. But anyway, all right, well, you'll just have to look at me for now. So let's see, what do we have here? Lots of comments from just one of you. How much did, oh, let's address this one. How much did Tesla move up? Well, to find that out, let's go to your favorite site, which I think I have up here. So let's see. Yahoo Finance. What is this? Oh, I left the JPEG image up. All right, let's see. Tesla. So, where the heck did I put my? Darn it! I'll be right back. But yeah, Tesla did go up. I actually saw it. Today. It did go up. I had two of these, but I'm missing one. Losing my mind. Well, wait a minute. It's 168 today, so it dropped again. That's weird. I get one zit on my face, and I get cosmetic ads. Ugh, thirsty after the gym. Okay. Where are we? So Tesla's dropped actually since April 19th, since the earnings. It's dropped from 183 to 168. Oh no. Well, I stopped it in its tracks right then. But that is annoying. That didn't used to happen to me before. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not sure why these noisy ads keep showing up all of a sudden. So, oh, look, we had some people on here that I haven't seen in a while. So, okay, how much did Tesla move up from when you bought it in TSLY? Oh, you weren't, when you said something about $20. Hide current comment. Let me go here. You know, one of the reasons I'm late, believe it or not, it's not always by accident. It's that I like to announce it, you know, that I'm going to be live streaming so that you all are waiting, so that I'm already lined up with, you know, several of you waiting. That way there's not like zero audience when I start. Because what happens sometimes if I just go, then I get, there may be none of you on, and then maybe 10 minutes in, I start getting warmed up, and then all of a sudden all of you start showing up. But when I announce it, then, you know, there's like a backlog. So that's what I like, which is what we have now. So I will get to all of your comments here, starting with you. $20. Yeah, Tesla and TSLY. You know, I did that in a video probably like a month ago. I did do that, but I'll do it again. Oh, so Damon, you haven't been on here a while. I actually don't have to obsess over the watch hours anymore because I met him by May 1st. I actually exceeded the watch hours. But the funny thing is, 30% of the requirement came in the month of April. So the channel rolled in the month of April. But now where we are, I've kind of backed off to like every other day, and I'm going to hit it anyway. So I'm not worried about it at all. So you're right. You know what? Don't worry about things and they fall into place. That's what I like to believe. Just like investing, buy something, don't worry about it. It'll just fall into place somehow. That's what most people with money, the number one goal, they say, well, I just don't want to worry about money. Like and the paradox is kind of like, well, you have to kind of get good at worrying about money a little bit to get to the point where you don't have to worry about money. But I hear so many people say that. So anyway, but glad to have you back on. It's been a while. And let's see here. What did you say here? He needs to stop mentioning that in the viewers that are live. That's okay. You know what? This is all teleprompter free, off the cuff. So, I just go with it. I ramble, But yeah, I'll try to work on that. So, and then Hoffman Unfiltered showed up and said, not much. Yeah, it hasn't gone up much. When did I buy again? I think I bought April 17th. I think it was in the car and I bought it on my phone. So that was TSLY. So I've got to look at what Tesla did. Or I could just do it here. Let's see. And not to worry, I'll get to all of your comments. Just keep them coming in. Kind of like having a backlog. So let's see. 1 year target estimate on Tesla is 181. April 17th, it's actually dropped since I bought in. So I don't know if that's a trick question or not. Oh, no.
Tell your parents to save money.
All right. Nip that one in the bud again. So, all right. I'll figure out another software service at some point. I'll probably stop using Yahoo before long. So yeah, to answer your question there, not much. No, it actually dropped. Door Gunner with 2 zeros showed up and said, hey, everyone. And then we have a Jose Guzman sighting. It's been a while. It seems like it's been like a week. Good to see you. Really good to see you. Hey, Gunner, I guess that's your nickname. Yeah, I'm kind of a Yahoo fanboy, but I just kind of, it's familiar territory, A Rob Smith sighting. TSLY dividend pay date is 5/14. I should get 2,973 on the 14th. Would have been 5,541 if the dividend stayed at 82 cents. Tesla down a little after hours. Basically did nothing. Yeah, that's tough, for those of you that follow this strategy and you're basing like your monthly income off of this and it drops in half. You don't want to have all your eggs in one basket in that regard. But, with that being said, oh, how was the Vegas trip? I talked all about it in my last video, but it was great. It was really, really great. Wish I had stayed there longer. Wanted to do a live stream from there. That would have been cool. Live stream like from the casino, from the craps table or something. Or from like where the Kentucky Derby is being played. And well, that's kind of a direct question. Oh, I thought you were asking something else, but how much does he have in it? You could probably, well, he could tell us. That'd make it easy. But you could probably back solve for it based on the number of dividends or the amount of dividends that he said he's getting. Big downside if we break 160, even if we fall below support at 160. Yeah, that's scary. Let's see here. Robert, It's Famous ETF Battles did a video based on his recommendation. Who's ETF Battles? Is that another channel I need to scope out here? I still want to have those other channels on here, but I got to get back to a little bit of a daily upload schedule. It's kind of been crazy here. Let me see something here. So, okay, ETF Battles. Is that like there's a channel called Epic Rap Battles?
Allowance pro tip. Tell your parents to
Yahoo
save money
Finance,
on
you're outta
wireless
here.
and give you a raise.
Switch to Xfinity Mobile and
I
save
paused this,
45%
and
over Verizon. Get the best.
It still plays. Must be a Florida man thing, right? All right, so Yahoo is out of here. Well, okay, so I'll ask you, audience, what do you recommend for a financial stock website? Because Yahoo has basically done what I need it to do. Like I said, I used to use Google a long time ago, but I kind of stopped. But Yahoo's starting to really annoy me with the all the ads, and not just the ads, but the noise ads. Because I can't mute my computer because I've got to have sound to broadcast, So, oh, there's my other cup. That's weird. Sitting over here. Don't even remember putting it over there. All right. Where are we? 17 of you on. I know. There I go again. Welcome, everyone. Yeah. Door Gunner at Pittwater Mowing, going to Australia for the first time over Christmas and New Year's. Excited about it. Oh, cool. Oh, look at this. A fan from Australia. The channel's reach is going global now. We're officially in the Asia Pacific region, if we weren't already. Really cool. I should do a map. Hoping to get $800 in dividends this month. So, what all are you invested in now? TSLY, OARK, and the SVOL, or a few others? Damon Rydell says, "Well, I bought 1,300 shares of IEP. I'm already down 7,000. Yeah, they took a big hit. That's kind of scary. There's been some stuff going on there with Icon Enterprises. So you said I might get out tomorrow and just lick my wounds. Yes, sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to. But I don't know. Icon or Carl Icon himself. I've always been a fan of his and the company. I've always been a fan of the company too. So it's kind of crazy. Who said Robert's selling? Did he say he was selling? I didn't see. I didn't see where he said. I didn't see where he said anything about selling. Yeah, Yahoo. Yahoo. I had to close them out. Oh, Damon, not yeah. If you got in, at least you're going to get a dividend with Icon. You can always just dollar cost average down. ETF battle shirt. So what channel is this? Should I plug this channel? Is it worthy of plugging? Would they come on here? I need to have shirts made for my channel, but my cousin, she does artwork and stuff. I've asked her. She may be watching this, but I've asked her to do. She could have a lucrative deal, but she hasn't bit the hook yet. I had merchandise ready. I had coasters and stuff like that with my logo. In the back said like, brewing great returns daily. It was like a coaster, and I was gonna have coffee mugs. I was gonna let her do it, but at some point somebody's gonna get the business. So 6,758 Tesla shares. ETF battle shirt. Yeah, I need to have shirts made. My guess, and that is a good name for a channel, by the way. My guess is that APLY will announce its first X dividend date at or around 6.5. Yeah, that makes sense. At around 30%. Someone in the comments found something about a dividend, and I think they were around 30% or so. And I think a couple of you have guessed 30%. So yeah, nice. Door Gunner says, I started light to see how these new ETFs go. Bought 100 shares each of TSLY, OARK, and APLY. Well, good for you. Right in line with the title. And that reminds me, we've actually got to look at those. That was the point. Why do you want to feel his pain? Oh, he's just what's that word? Masochist. Wants to feel the pain. Good job, Door. Yeah, good job. I second that. Whatever it was. 108,000 in TSLY, down 18,914. Ooh, we'll just write it off. I forget what the limit is, but I'm joking a bit. So may take months of dividends to make it up, but TSLY will go up with Tesla. Oh, did you ever tell me in Vegas what the Tesla exhibit was? You said it was kind of boring, but I didn't see it. But interesting trivia. So I never saw this, but I always heard there used to be like a Star Trek park in Vegas. It was in the Hilton, and there was actually a mock Enterprise, and they had like the bar with the Romulan ale and all that, and they had the crew of the Enterprise and all that. And actually, I think the same people that worked on the Star Wars rides at Disney had worked on that, but it's gone now. It's a thing of the past now. But really cool for any Star Trek fans. That was something I never got to experience. But anyway, what site? Use what site? Did you already post the link? I'll have to scroll back up, I guess. Google. I mean, I have used Google before, but like I said, they changed the format. ETF Battles compares two ETFs with different grading. It's very helpful, if you say so. Download an ad blocker. That's what I do. Where do I go to do that? You can mute a tab on Google Chrome. Yeah, I probably should do that, but just kind of in the heat of battle, I forget to do stuff like that. Not that this is battle, but I'm just rolling, live. So Brave browser is awesome. How about like DuckDuckGo? 30,000 US dollar a year in dividends, SVOL, JEPI, JPQ, TSLY, and RAW. So those are let's see, those are the 5 that you're in. Well, that sounds good. Yeah, can't go wrong with those. Yeah, coffee mugs. I had those pretty much ready. I think I have the concept art here actually, because I'm writing a book too. I tried to write during my flight. But I just wasn't feeling it. I still want to have it out by September. I think I've got like 8 pages in. let me see here. So I'll take a picture of the Word document and I will do this. So take a picture of the Word document. And then I'll show you all. You can tell me whether this is corny or not, but this was supposed to be, so this is obviously my logo, and this was going to be the bottom of the coaster. It was going to have like a, a inspirational quote. And obviously this would be in a circle. This would be in a circle, not a square. So, but that was kind of the idea, but I, tried to let relatives and friends do it first, but that hasn't worked out. So, like I say, eventually somebody's going to get the business. So somebody's going to look back one day when this channel is huge, and they're going to wish they had taken the opportunity. But to each their own. Oh shoot! I'll be right back. Sorry, I drank too fast there. 300,000 portfolio, 185,000. To generate 30,000 in dividends. What ratios? Don't use brewing. Sounds like you're making coffee or beer. Well, beer's good too. We can we can have that stock exchange bar like I was talking about. Because some people, they improve as an investor. Their performance when they drink. Darth Dividend, I tried to reach out to him to do a collab because he said something in his comments about a collab, but he just thumbed it up and moved on. So he did a live on Zim. I don't understand how you pay the tax at 30%. Do you pay when you do your tax, or is it taken out when you get the dividend? I think it might be withheld when you get the dividend, but I'm not a shareholder, so I'm not sure. But I'm glad I'm glad I share the audience with other YouTubers. So that's a good thing. You just saw that video. Yeah, I haven't been watching too many other YouTube channels for a while. But anyway, what were we actually going to talk about here? Oh yeah, TSLY. What site do you all want me to go to for pulling up stocks and stuff? Somebody comment. Otherwise, I may just try to go back to Yahoo and mute it again. Oh, you know what I could do? I could do that. What was it? The comparison chart. Okay, well, here's what I'll do for now. I'll try Google. I'll try Google again. Oh, Seeking Alpha. Yeah, I guess I could look up any stock on Seeking Alpha. Oh, look here. Look who showed up. Totally in favor of the bar and brewing. Sounds great. Hello. Yeah, you had the comment of the day yesterday. You said you were binge watching my videos. So I hope you like what you saw. Eventually, if you binge too much, you may hear something you disagree with, but that happens. But hey, I like binge watching. That's good. Glad you're a fan. So yeah, JEPI 2781, JEPQ 1859, RAW 2446, SVOL 1503, and TSLY 1410. So those are like your entry prices, I guess. JG 1982. Oh, I remember you from the Thursday stream that I did. Welcome back. Hello. Bought most November 14th last year. Well, good for you. That was like the bottom of the market. That was a great time to be sitting on some cash and buying stuff. Early on JEPI, JEPQ. How so? Not sure how you're saying early. But anyway, okay, well, I have Google up here, the parent company, because it's apparent that Yahoo, with all these ads, is not getting the job done. So, all right. Move this down here. Percentages. LOL. Not prices. Oh, you mean like percent dividends? That's good. 27.81%. That's good. Or unless that's your rate of return. Either way, that's good. Dividends. Well, dividends are a rate of return, right? So, yeah. Okay. So I have Google Finance up here. So TSLY, we've got 1333. We've been at that price before, it seems. We're down 11.19% past month. Year to date, that's where we are. I think we're going to recover. I'm just kind of concerned that it's going to take Tesla running up a lot for us to, really see growth in this fund because of the covered call strategy and whatnot. Darn, I've got to go into the office tomorrow. Just thinking about that. There's Tesla, 168.54. And let's see. OARK. 1535 for OARK, up 1.32% today. And while we're looking at that, let me look at something here because I'm kind of feeling my Yahoo Finance withdrawals. As to be expected, I use it all the time. So let me see about muting a tab in Chrome here. I should be technically savvy enough to be able to do this. Just afraid that some ads are going to pop up there. Oh, Disney missed earnings estimates. How about that? Huh. All right. You know what? I'll just switch back over to here for now. I'm not seeing like where to mute the tab, but I'll keep looking. So, Disney missed earnings, according to this headline here. And let's see what we got here. Oh, we had more of you show up here. Let's see. So, all right. So I went from thinking that that was your dividend payout percentage to your rate of return. Now you're saying that's the percentage of the 100% portfolio. So 3 different things, I guess, that we went from. And there you are, the #1 Icon Enterprises fan. The feds are on Icon and IEP. I hope he doesn't go like the way of Madoff. I mean, he kind of looks like him, but I wouldn't take him for another Madoff character. It'd be really disappointing because Icon, he's been an iconic figure for a while. TSLY is out of the money 5 to 15%, right? I think so. We can look at that. Yeah. You think so too? Did you hear that Robinhood is going to enable 24-hour trading? Now, how will that work? Because the U.S. markets are only open 9 to 4 or 9:30 to 4. So I'm interested, how will that work? I know we have like after hours trading. And the reason I know that is because I got called out of a stock in after hours trading at like 4 a.m. one time. So I'm interested to know how that works. If you want to give us some more info there, Jose. Let's see here. Hoffman Unfiltered. Disney to continue down tomorrow, then scoop it up. You think so? I'm kind of waiting for Disney to rebound. Wish I would have sold it in February 2021 when it hit its peak. I look for value by dividing $10 by dividend without the D payout, giving a share amount, then times by share price, and compare to see best value of prices to equal 10 of dividends. I got to read this twice. I look for value by dividing $10 by dividend payout, giving a share amount, then times by share price, and compare to see the best value of prices to equal $10 of dividends. You want to do this here, JG1982? Because I think I know what you're saying, but just having trouble doing the math live. You want to just give us an example and do the formula and comment, and I'll read it. Trade with each other. Or like, I mean, you've got like Asia markets, you've got European markets. Is it like global? Or is that what it is? I mean, I'm not sure. Tesla was 208 around January, and TSLY was 21 a share. So it should respond the same when Tesla goes over 200 a share, which it can easily do. I agree. It just, I see a lot of these covered call funds that they struggle to get back to where they were. Just look at QYLD, for example. Hoffman. You think my portfolio makeup is okay? Well, why are you asking him? Why aren't you asking the coach? You think you would ask the coach first. Let me analyze your portfolio again. I'll give you my expert opinion as a social media influencer that talks finance. So let's see here. Let's put your comment back up since you were on first. I only do this for people that are on first, by the way. Let's see. Where was it? Oh, it was way up here. All right, let's see. I'll tell you. I think you've got too much JEPI, and it's expensive too. I think you got too much RA, SVOL. So you've got 5 funds. I would go like probably 20% each, just rebalance. So that would be what I would do, but not a recommendation. So there we go. So Tatiana, any more comments from you? You're kind of quiet after the one, but thanks again for joining. So let's see, back down here. Let's see what we got. Grab it in the low 90s. What, Disney? God, if it drops there, it's almost back to where I paid. And I've had Disney for like 5 or 6 years. It's almost back. I think I got in at 84 or something. I always thought, like when I bought Disney, I thought when they bought Star Wars and they started putting out the movies, I thought that they were going to explode, which they kind of did. I think after the first movie came out, they went to like 132, but they kind of, a lot of people are not happy with what they've done, with Star Wars. But it's weird thinking that, these big conglomerate companies, like you've got AT&T, Disney, they own all this stuff. You think, how can they lose money with all these things that they own? But they do. So it is what it is. But yeah, you're saying low 90s. And he gave you his opinion on your portfolio. It's aggressive, but that's okay. You said, I may trim down to just JEPI, JPQ, SVOL, and TLTW. I would probably pick like TSLY, and I'm surprised you're not an OARK, or APLY. Let's see here. I'm going to short of JEPI positions this year. I'm not in TLTW. Mark Brunswick showed up. Welcome to the stream. IEP is scary right now. Do you think it'll go to 0? I don't know if they'll let that happen or not. I don't know if I've ever actually seen, well, I have seen stocks go bankrupt. I've been in stocks that have gone bankrupt. So in theory, I guess it could. It just gives a cost like 600, for example, and another maybe 1,000. Just how I pick a buy like TSLY. Okay. I'm not sure. Oh, is that your formula? Okay. I was hoping you'd do like the 10 divided by like the dividend. I thought it was you doing the dividend growth model or something like that. Robinhood will route customers' nighttime stock orders to Blue Ocean, a trading platform that runs a special session between 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. Eastern Time. Other U.S. brokers that offer overnight trading use. Interesting. Wow, they're getting with the times. How about that? I may have to look into that. So they're trading after hours in U.S. markets, is what you're saying. That's interesting. Rob Smith. Now, Rob Smith, I think we all want to emulate our portfolios after you, especially the dollar amounts in each. You said mine is just JEPI, JPQ, SVOL, Golf, and TSLY. Sounds good. We'll add APLY when I know the dividend, even if the dividend's bad. So you're mostly the same. Yeah, because I think a lot of us would want to emulate Rob Smith. He knows what he's doing, and he's a cool guy. He's a fan of this channel. Well, so are you, but that's definitely a feather in the cap. Jose Guzman said, Blue Ocean, I can't talk for some reason, Blue Ocean as well. Electronic market making firms such as Jane Street Group and Virtue Financial take the other side of investors' orders on Blue Ocean and seek to profit by buying stocks for a SLI. I think you stopped typing there. How about the CLM 50% when using the timing of buying of the rights offerings? What is that? You guys are kind of over my head now. And of course, Tesla stock from 2020. Oh yeah, wouldn't that have been a great time to buy? I looked at Tesla for years, like back in 2017. I just saw it do this. It moved up, moved down. It was kind of all over the place. So I never got into it, but wish I would have, because I feel like what separates me from some of these big YouTubers is that they got in at the right time and they got a lot and it shot way up. So it made they built their wealth in Tesla. I guess I just wasn't as enough of a risk taker back then, but trying to work on that now. So, all right, we'll just keep reading comments. And of course, oh yeah, you said Tesla stock from 2020. Good point. CLM, a lot of you love CLM. CLM 50% returns. Jose Guzman said slightly lower price than they sell them for. I'm surprised Eat More Beans hasn't shown up yet. Must be doing something else. Tatiana is back. Oops, to look up stocks. I have 1,000 shares. I like how you put I have 1,000. Like instead it's 1,000, but you put the letter A in front of it. That's cute, definitely. I have 1,000 shares of OARK, Apple, and APLY. Is pricey right now. Don't know if I'm a new money long at this level. Okay, if you say so. Wait 4 months for the fund to settle. Tatiana is back with more comments. I doubt IEP will go to 0. I tend to doubt it too, but I'm shocked that it's dropped as far as it has. What's this? That's when I might go in. Oh, you're going at 0? Well, that makes sense because once it hits 0, there's only one direction it can go, right? And that gets easier. You know, when there's only one direction something can go, that makes investing a lot easier, right? Got to sell CLM before the RO. What's the RO, right? What's the point of holding on to it if it's going to tank? Yes, CLM. I don't know about CLM, but the dividend does look appealing. IEP was, wow, $50 10 days ago. Now it's $31. Just mind-boggling. Yeah, that is. That definitely is. So what's that one? 50 minus 31 divided by, well, if you divide by 31, that's a 61% difference. But if you divide by the original 50, it's $19 divided by 50. That's a 38% loss. Anybody shorting that one, I wonder? Because I feel like no matter what happens, there's always someone that makes the perfect move somehow. They know exactly what to do. And a lot of times they're in Congress, it seems like. Or maybe not. But anyway, oh, did we talk about those funds? There's funds that try to track what Congress does. Crazy. Oh, rights offering. They readjust the dividend percentage and stock price. What is a rights offering, though? You want to explain it to the audience? Because not saying I don't know, but I'm sure people in the audience don't know. Of course, you know, that could always be the case. Oh, and JG 1982 actually put the formula in. CLM, I like this. Thanks for this example. $10 divided by 1288 dividend equals 77 shares. All right, let me see. Are you dividing? You got me now. Are you dividing 1288 into 10? Or are you dividing 10 into 1288? So that gives you this, unless you're moving zeros or something. You're right about the 77, but unless you're moving zeros, let me see, times 798, 619, $10. Oh, there's a decimal there, duh. That's why, that's $10 divided by 0.1288. Okay, that makes sense now. Times 798. All right, your math checks out. Your math is coach certified. 619 for $10 of dividend. Wow, we're just getting different spellings of dividend left and right tonight. Dividend. Some maybe over 1,000 to equal 10. All right, well, thanks for that. So what else here? What else? And then I'll actually look at the other two funds. Value is what I look for based on dividend payout. You just keep leaving off that D. It's like you're triggering my OCD with the spelling. Wow, why'd my name remind you of Eat More Beans? That's not like your fake name, is it? But that person shows up here a lot. And I'll tell you, when I was in Vegas, you were asking me about Vegas, but a lot of the food there, oh man, it disagreed with me. I felt like I was eating nothing but beans. Good thing you're in big crowds of people. I'll just say that. But sometimes, you know, if you're in like at my conference, you know, you're in the conference room, you kind of have to excuse yourself sometimes. But man, that food, that food was something else. All right, this month I'm getting 15,000 in dividends. Should go up when APLY hits. 15,000 in dividends. Wow, might be time for it to cough up another super chat. I'm just kidding. You're still the only one that's done that. And by the way, that button still works. So I think there is a group that is shorting IEP. Oh, I'm sure there are. But did you spell it LEP, like LEP? The same ones that help bring the feds in to investigate them, I think. Is this like a conspiracy theory or what? A group is shorting LEP, the same ones that help bring in, so like the government, people in the government. That's funny. You're funny. You're a funny guy. All right, let's see now. They drip. They drip at a low net asset value. Nice. Sam Talks Finance showed up. Hey, glad to see you back at it. Vegas sounded awesome. Are you getting into CLM? Man, you all love CLM. I I can't get into anything right now. Oh, we got some comments to get to down here. I haven't bought anything down here right now. Uh, TSLY was the last one, and I'm trying to, believe it or not, I've got to pay off some credit cards and stuff like that. I've been spending a lot of money since I got this new job and stuff. I'm spending too much money, to be honest, and it just doesn't feel right. But we've got this damn inflation and stuff. It's crazy. So, are you CLM? I'm mainly now holding SVOL, TSLY, APLY, main, gain, OARK, and clip, SCHD for growth. But I wanted these for income. Those sound good, and it's definitely it's got the seal of approval from Mr. Varden, so you're doing good when you get that. Rob Smith says, think APLY will probably be in the 20 to 30% range. Yeah, I agree with you. But much more stable than a roller coaster ride like TSLY. Yeah, Vegas food is rich. I remember when buffets were $10 in Vegas. It was funny. The hotel and casino that I was in, it was called South Point, and there had to be 10 or 15 different restaurants in there. Funny thing, there was a Steak and Shake, which we have a ton of these back in Florida, but I wasn't going to go there because I can get that. I actually just had it yesterday. I can get that anytime I want. Now, they have In-N-Out Burger in Vegas, which I love In-N-Out Burger, but I didn't have time to go there. And it was off the strip anyway. But they had all these restaurants, and they had this buffet in the casino, and the line was super long for it, and it was like 16 or 17 bucks. So you're saying 10 bucks. Yeah, there was a time that food was cheap because they wanted you there gambling, but I feel like everything's gotten expensive now. But you know what? That's okay that things are expensive because we have super chats to offset inflation, right? Thank you for that. I was just joking. You're still the only one that's done that, but it'd be nice if some of these other fans cough up a super chat. I'm just teasing a bit. So yeah, Sam Talks Finance, you got the seal of approval from him, and I think your funds aren't too bad either. I just don't know about this CLM one. I mean, the dividend looks good, but oh, was that our last comment? I guess we're caught up on comments. Well, guess what? What I'll do, I'll leave the super chat up here, which thank you again. And now let's look back at Yahoo Finance. So let's look at the others. We had, let's see, OARK, which is Yield Max ARK Fund, Kathy Wood's fund, $15.35 a share, up 1.32% or 20 cents. And then we're up 50 cents in the after hours. So this one might actually be rebounding. So let's look at year to date. How are we doing here? $17. We were down in February. This year is moving right on by. $14.94, March 10th. 1.83% year-to-date return. When are we going to get our next dividend info on this one? Let's see. Random question, but how's everybody's year 2023 going so far compared to 2022? For me, it's kind of been, I finished my master's degrees and all of that, and got my new job and stuff. So I should be rolling, but it's kind of been a restless year for me. Just a lot of anxious for some reason. Just feeling anxious a lot of times. I don't show it, but just it's been kind of these 5 months so far. It's been interesting. I want to say it's been a good year. I mean, I've done a lot, but just feeling anxious. May 5th, we got 36.5 cent dividend. April 6th, we got 51 cents. So yeah, we definitely dropped. That was May 5th. We got the Cinco de Mayo dividend there. Cinco de Mayo in Vegas was fun, definitely, especially on Fremont Street. Live concerts, live music, and stuff. Okay, so TSLY, OARK, APLY, last but not least. And we should, like I say, by June, we should definitely have a dividend in this one. This one's moving up. We were up almost 1% today, 0.87% or 18 cents, 21.11, 21.35 after hours or 1.15%. 99% expense ratio, not 99%, but 99 out of 1.99, right? So, hey, this one, if you got in, you're up $1 or so. It's not bad, but we'll see. We'll see what the dividend is. We're not going to have anything yet on the screen. Here we go again with that. Options. It's so easy to scroll up and then get that options button there. All right, historical prices, dividends only. Yeah, see nothing yet. Well, at least Yahoo stayed quiet this time. I had to put Yahoo in timeout and start using Google again. But I'm gonna actually close this tab out right now before I forget. Let's see here. Oh, I have stuff open from a long time ago on here. I was wondering why I have so many tabs open. OARK. I should shut some of these every now and then. So, I have Streamlabs. I got to look into Streamlabs, I guess. Did one of you say you had a Twitch account? I'm willing, for those of you in the audience here that have other YouTube channels, I'll plug your channel. I don't mind doing that. Only if you give me a super chat, though. Like Damon here. He has a YouTube channel, I think. If you ever want to come on and do a collab, we'll do a collab. Anyway, all right, so let me put that one down. Appreciate that again. And let's see. I let the comments build up here. And Mains is a good fun, or MAI. Goal tonight is Florida Man to not use Yahoo on streams. Yeah, that's my goal too. We got to have goals in life for sure. So start out small, not using Yahoo, right? Hey, at least Toronto won a game, right? Honestly, I don't want the Florida Panthers to make the Stanley Cup. I kind of want them to get knocked out because the odds of them when they play Boston, they had like a 3% chance of making the Stanley Cup. Now they're up to like a 30% chance. So I don't want that. Even though they're the other Florida team, they're kind of a rival team to my team. So I don't really want them in. But I have no control over what happens, But the refs do, right? CLM is deceiving if you just look at the chart. You need to learn about the rights offering and when to sell it and buy back at a discount. Sometimes 3-to-1, very powerful. How did my master's program not teach me that? You mean I have more stuff to learn? Well, I never took the CFA, but that was kind of a stretch goal. If I could make myself learn anything anymore, I'm kind of done like studying and learning stuff for a little while anyway. Maybe a year. CLM, yeah, okay. So I'll learn about rights offering since you said so. When to sell it and buy back at a discount. Oh, sell and buy back at a discount. Buy back in sometimes 3-to-1, very powerful. Okay, you got my attention now. I'm actually gonna make a note on that. Let's see. Rights offering. Too many notes on here. Oh man, one day I need to just sit down and like read all these notes I've made to myself on my phone here. All right, well let me start a new one. Rights offering. The coach is getting coached. It's funny, I'm on here to coach, but I'm learning stuff. See, that's good. We got a community going here. So, all right, rights offering, and I'm gonna put what you said. 3-to-1. So you're saying like 3-to-1. You can basically 3-to-1. Like you sell. You had one. You can get 3 times the shares. Is what I'm assuming you're saying. Buy back in at a discount. All right. Note to self here. But it's not like tax loss harvesting at the end of the year, is it? All right. I put a question mark at the end, so it makes it more likely that I'll look at it. All right. Well, thanks for the comment. Good stuff. So Sam Talks Finance is talking more finance. It's been able to beat the S&P, and I've seen over time that Maine can be really fantastic for income and growth. Yeah, it looked good the last time I looked at it. Hoffman Unfiltered said, is there a way to invest in Ritalin? Ritalin, why do you want to invest in Ritalin? Isn't that the drug for ADHD? You're not saying I need that. You know, it's funny because when I was in grade school, I think a teacher said I needed that, but my parents didn't want to put me on that because I think when they said the military won't take you and stuff like that, and that can scare some folks when something like that happens. So I haven't heard about Ritalin in a while, but they have more powerful stuff than that now. Like they have Adderall and stuff like that. So, but anyway, funny you would mention that. But you know what? Now, who makes Adderall? I gotta look real quick here. Adderall. Let's see here. Adderall company. Shire LLC under license to Duramed Pharmaceutical. Well, I'm sure they're publicly traded. Duramed Pharmaceutical. They're also an LLC. Huh. Interesting. So I don't think they're publicly traded. Investing in delisted. Oh, they must have been delisted. No longer traded on a public exchange. So let me see here. Ritalin company. Is that still a thing? Vertical. Wait a minute. Is it Novartis? I've seen Novartis before. Pharmaceutical companies are risky, though. Novartis is publicly traded. So to answer your question, Novartis is 103.63. It's up 12.38% year to date. So, all right, good stuff. Ritalin. I haven't heard about Ritalin in a long time. Tatiana says better. So tell me, Tatiana. Oh, you must be answering my question about 2023. So I get the sense, Tatiana, you may not be like a huge stock guru like the rest of the audience, but you're into investing, which is good. You may be like a beginner investor and you enjoy my videos. So you have to tell me, is this one binge worthy too? But yeah, keep on it. If you're a beginner investor, that's good for you. I like to see that. That's one thing about the era that we live in. We've got more people wanting to invest, but some people think that the retail investors are deterring or hurting they're making the market more volatile. That's a popular theory that I hear. Only 2% down on the market this year so far. Lots of anxiety from work this year still. Oh yeah, you're answering my question too. I don't know what it is. For me, like, I was going to school for so long and all that, and I was in my last job for so long, and I was used to things the way they were, even though I wasn't happy in my old job. I can't say I'm happy in this job now either. We're having to go back to the office and stuff. I mean, I got more money and stuff, but with this office thing, it's weird because it helps in a way. I never thought I would say this because I like working from home, but work from home started to get kind of stale. But going into the office and being there all day, it's kind of like, I don't know if I want to do it or not. And the job I have, I mean, I'm going to ride it out as long as I can. But what's unfortunate, we've had all this healthcare talk. We've had healthcare bills passed and stuff like that. But it's still in the United States. I don't know about Canada, but in the United States, you really still have to have a job to get reasonable health insurance. And really, the health insurance isn't reasonable anymore because that's going up too. I know what I was paying for health insurance has probably doubled, if not quadrupled, from what I was paying like 4 years ago. So much for healthcare being affordable. We've had all this stuff passed, but the cost just keeps going up and up and up, like everything else. But yeah, just this year, I don't know, just there's this anxious feeling. Can't quite put my finger on it. I don't want to start taking any prescription drugs, though. I'm not going to start taking Xanax and all that. I like to be a pharmaceutical-free kind of guy, just natural stuff. 24 is an election year. Yeah, you're right. So the market will definitely be a bull market. I agree, because they're going to have everything looking good. Any stock or ETF you buy will probably be higher. Think of this bear market as a buying opportunity. I agree. I 100% agree, and I've been saying that the whole time. Absolutely, absolutely. Because they'll have everything. Forget about the last 3 years with inflation. But once inflation drops, they'll say, oh, we've dropped inflation 50%. We've added all these jobs that temporarily went away during COVID and came back. But they'll take credit for adding all these millions of jobs, creating jobs, right? So yeah, definitely in election years, they'll have everything looking good for sure. I saw the same thing in 2016 and the same thing in 2020, actually. Even though during the pandemic, the market soared. Like, I mean, all the money the government put into the economy, it had the market just soaring. Best time to invest. I wish I was sitting on a bunch of cash in March 2020 because I would have dumped it all in. One day I'll show you guys when I get better streaming here. I'll show you all the Thinkorswim app, and I'll show the $500,000 Amazon blockbuster call option leap option trade from March 2020 to September. If you had held like 10 contracts, you would have made like $500,000. And you know what? One trade like that, you can probably walk away from the table for a while, unless you're Rob Smith here. Um, let's see. My year's been great. Well, good for you. Good for you. I'm glad somebody's year's been great. I can't say it's been bad, but it's been like a growth year. Lots of change for sure. That's what's driving me nuts. I think it's like this upheaval, lots of change. I may not be in the same place at the end of the year that I am in now. Who knows? I think it's really the change, and a lot of this started in 2021 and continued into 2022. Honestly, so switching over from crypto dividend investing, learning PLC programming for work. What's PLC? Family's healthy and happy so far this year has been great. Good for you. That's good. I'm glad some of my fans are having a really good year. Crypto dividend investing. That's interesting. A lot of people on Facebook hit me up about crypto mining and copy trades. I see so many copy trades. I try to get these people on like the podcast, which I guess I'm not doing anymore. But I try to get people on and kind of grill them, but they won't. It's funny because they'll private message you, but they don't want to show up and talk about their whole copy trades platform, which is supposed to be so good. They'll show up on the private chat, but they don't want to show up in front of an audience. We did get 2 people from this iBoomerang thing on, and the other guy, the Andre that I was doing the podcast with, I don't know where we are with that. I went on his channel last time, but he really grilled them. But you know what? They had the guts to come on, so I'll give them credit for that because a lot of these people don't. So that's unfortunate. Always in election years, yeah, that's true. Like I said, I've seen it in 2016, I've seen it in 2020, and I'm sure it'll happen again in 2024. Well, they even did it in the midterm, in 2022 midterm. They had gas coming down. They emptied the strategic reserve, or they depleted it, to get gas prices coming down. Yeah, they found it, but they'll keep that covered up. We can't talk about that, but we gotta hone in on Trump. It was funny. I saw a clip tonight, not to get political, but you have to admit he's funny. What did he say? Oh, he was on CNN actually, and they were asking him about the debt ceiling. We have this debt ceiling discussion again in this country, which we haven't had for a while, and it's annoying to me because I've probably followed this since Obama was in office. So I see this. It's the same thing over and over again. It's like WWE, like wrestling. It's fake, So it'll end up getting raised. But the way I look at it, it's like credit cards. It's like me. I can't just say they call it paying our bills, right? But for me, like if I'm in so much debt, I can't just go to the creditors and say, hey, increase my debt limit because I've already maxed it out. I can't do that, but the federal government can. But Trump in a town hall tonight, they asked him about that, and he's like, "Oh, I would absolutely not raise it. I would not, 100%. I would let it. I would let us default." And then the reporter said, "Yeah, but when you were president, you didn't say that." And he said, "Of course not, because I was president. I'm not going to say that when I'm president, but when I'm running, of course I'm going to say that." And I cracked up when I saw that. Classic Trump. Anyway, all right, let's see here. Try foods that lower anxiety. They work very well. You're anxious due to your diet. Why do you say that? Because that crappy Vegas food that I ate? I'll have you know, I've lost like 30 pounds. And I credit inflation for that actually, because I don't eat as much. Um, I used to be a lot heavier, but I'm at a really good weight now, and I don't eat. I eat maybe once a day. Actually, I do a lot of intermittent fasting, but I've done a lot of this stuff. But I think it's other people that are just driving me crazy. I don't know. It's not. I got to get back. I got to get rooted again somehow. Walnuts. Yeah, I have some snacks and stuff. I may have to change something because my work. We started going back in the office, and the cost at the cafeteria, it's like more expensive than just going out to eat somewhere. It's like this is ridiculous. I thought an employee cafeteria there should be a little benefit. You should get a little bit of a discount. But I paid like $7.50 for a crappy little burger that's smaller than Steak and Shake. Disappointing for sure. Jose Guzman says yes with an exclamation point. Paul Varden says interesting. Anne says still waiting on contracts to be signed for work. Nothing I can do but wait. What kind of work do? You'll have to tell us. Let's see. Well, that sucks. At least you got your dividends. Yeah, you always have your dividends to fall back on. And like for me, I have my $60 YouTube ad revenue to fall back on, right? That'll maybe pay, that won't even pay my phone bill. you know. JG1982 says a rights offering, also known as a subscription offering or a secondary offering. Oh, I haven't seen that since undergrad finance class. Is a type of corporate action in which a company gives its existing shareholders the right to purchase additional. What are you doing? You keep leaving me hanging here. You didn't finish the sentence. What is your keyboard all the way from 1982? You didn't finish the sentence. So, secondary offering. I know about the secondary markets. Did you just cut and paste this definition from Investopedia or something? If you're going to cut and paste it, at least cut and paste the whole thing, you know? So corporate action, which a company gives its existing shareholders the right to purchase additional shares, I'm assuming. That's what I would fill in the blank if we're going to play a game show here. I would fill in the blank additional shares. I can't say I've heard of that. How does that work then? It gives existing shareholders the right to purchase additional shares. I wonder how that works. And Big Lance is back for the humor. Well, glad to have you back. There's plenty of humor for sure. Yeah, but they offer ROs because they need to raise funds. That's not a good sign. See, I thought they actually did like a split, not or a reverse split, or no, I'm sorry, a buyback. I thought they did buybacks to raise more funds. That's not a good sign. Honestly, reverse splits, in my opinion, are legal theft. Legal theft. Oh, look at one of you's plugging this unconventional wealth ideas. Go over CLM, Sand, Cornerstone in detail. Hey, one of you's supposed to get him on for me. How's that working? We're supposed to have a collab on here. I'm a little leery about, he's in dividends and he's got a big portfolio, but he's down like 10% in the portfolio. And like I say, he seems kind of young for the amount of money he's got, but who knows? He might be in a lucrative line of work. What's this? Only every 8 seconds. What does that mean? Need context there, Jose. Oh, look at you. I guess, you know what? I'm giving you a hard time here, but I don't know this because I've only been using StreamYard for not even a year, but I think there might be like a character limit on like when you type a comment, so you had to put in the second part of it. So I was just kind of teasing you. But so the second part of it, additional, you still didn't say shares, at a lower cost than if they were to buy them on the open market. This can be an attractive option for investors who want to increase their stake in the company without having to commit additional. Oh, you did it to me again. There's probably part 3 down here, so stay tuned. This is like a trilogy. His comment's so long, or hers, I don't know. He's either a him or her. But the comment's so long, it's like in a trilogy. So, oh, there it is. We didn't have to wait too long. Additional capital. However, not all dividend-paying companies choose to offer rights offerings, as they can be costly and time-consuming to add. Yeah, they offer shares at a lower cost, but your existing shares take the hit too. LOL. Is it like dollar cost averaging down in a way? AI told me that ChatGPT-3 is awesome. Yeah, I've heard it's good for like dating advice and stuff like that. But of course, AI is going to tell you that because it's AI, right? They're going to plug their own product. AI has a mind of its own. Did you hear what Elon Musk said? He said he's afraid there will come a day where like the AI completely thinks for itself, and we're not going to have enough like regulations in place to be able to work around it because a lot of the regulations are um, reactionary, so to speak. But yeah, Chat GP3, hearing a lot about it for sure. Uh, Hoffman Unfiltered says you have to sell before the rights offering and buy after. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Got another LOL from Jose Guzman. Got a lot of those tonight. Exactly. Oh, I'm behind. I was talking about healthcare like 10 minutes ago. No healthcare free in Canada. Well, it's not free. You're paying for it in your taxes. There's nothing free. Somebody bears the cost, you know. Minus getting drugs and that. Ooh, what kind of drugs? The good stuff or prescription. Nothing should be free. You wouldn't work for free, would you? Yeah, you shouldn't work for free. Oh, Tatiana, new to investing. Yeah, I was right. I kind of guessed that. I'm averaging $19 on monthly dividends. Well, you got to start somewhere. $19 is better than nothing. It's almost it's a third of my ad revenue, but it's, you're getting there. You'll get there. Just stay on it. Currently holding 2 portfolios, one with Schwab and recently opened Fidelity. So if you've got 2 portfolios, you can probably rebalance your money to produce more dividends than $19, I would think. Let's see now. It is free. Our taxes pay for enough. I don't believe you. It can't be. It can't be free. So I can just go to Canada and get free healthcare. Somebody bears the cost. Even if you don't have a job, you're covered. See, that's kind of what I want here because we're too dependent on having to work just to get health insurance. I can't tell you how many people I've met that they say, "Oh, I just keep working," or like spouses, the husband or the wife. The husband retires, the wife keeps working. I want that deal. But one of them keeps working just for the health insurance for the family. So if I get that, I'll retire ASAP. But yeah, it's a bummer that that's the case. Ooh, NVDY comes out tomorrow. That's good to hear. I'm gonna look forward to that. I'll probably do a video just for that. Jose Guzman says, yeah, but that's socialism. That's why the standards are declining. Well, that's kind of what we have now. NVDY comes out tomorrow. Good to hear. Where's your gold, buddy? Who, my gold? Right over here, I think. I have something gold colored, like gold colored syrup or something. Does that count? Actually, no, no gold in the house, but I should. PLC panel logic control. I deal with those in natural gas industry. Oh, so you answered what you do for work, but I think I was directing the question to someone else, but I'm glad you told us. Finwiz. Do you mean Finviz? Guys saying maybe this week. Okay. PLC shovels in oil and gas. Well, we won't need that anymore once we go to electric cars, right? Once we go all the way to electric cars, right? Because it's not like we'll need petroleum for anything else, right? Don't use gold. I'm trying to beat inflation. I know gold. Well, if you look at like the spot price of gold, it doesn't keep up with there's difference, like the actual bars versus the spot price. Andre, who I've had on before, he could tell you all about that. I don't quite see eye to eye with that. I feel like you're better off investing like in the S&P or the UPRO or stuff like that. But, it's all based on the US dollar, which, the whole Bretton Woods thing after World War II, who knows? Who knows how long it's going to last? Like some people say, it's like we're living off the fat of the past. Got JEPI, QYLD, RYLD, and XYLD. Oh, okay, okay. So you've been doing some homework. Took me a while to feel comfortable with these covered calls. Oh yes, totally worth the binge. Well, thank you. Glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that I'm binge worthy. Like I said, your comment yesterday really made my day. All your comments do, but that one just stood out to me. You must have a good job, Jose. Well, I'll say all of you all must have a good job because I did a live stream during the day Thursday, and I think I had more participation on in the middle of the day on a Thursday than I have at night. So I figured like, well, who works anymore? I know work's kind of overrated, but I thought, who works? All of you are all hanging out with me in the middle of the day. All we were missing is a beer and our stock bar. But I'm like, it's how I feel if I go somewhere in the middle of the day and the roads are full. It's been that way like since COVID, but it's like, who's working? Even these people that are working from home, you're out having lunch, you're out having drinks, you're cheating. That's what I say. Can't say I haven't done that, but I don't make a habit of it. But there's some jobs you can't do working from home, like electrician, like Jose, plain cannery electrician. LOL. Awesome. You forgot the E. I'm an electrician as well for natural gas. Well, that's good for you, Nice. Field electrician makes 140 plus. Interesting. You know, my dad was an electrician, but I don't think he ever hit that. But I'm sure the salaries have gone way up. I think you all are hourly plus you get overtime. And if I'm not mistaken, in the great state of California, you all consider your full-time work week to be 32 hours. So after 32 hours, you're getting overtime. But the flip side of that, my cousin deals with this too, is that 32 hours is considered full-time. So if a company's not going to pay you overtime, like then you get less hours because you're missing the other 8 hours that would be a full-time week. So I think she kind of struggles with that too. Yeah, it's a good job depending on where you go. I'm in West Texas working for EOG, big gas company. Are they publicly traded? Hopefully you got employee stock if they are. Cool. I like this. I'm in Central Valley, California. How far are you from LA? Because I know there's like the big Central Valley, I want to say. You've got the 5 that runs up the middle of the state. I'll shock you all how much I know about California. I've never lived there, but I might as well. I've visited there so much. I might as well have lived there. Going to be going back there soon, by the way. Um, but what I notice about California, it seems like everybody calls themselves the Valley. So, like in LA, oh, I'm from the Valley. Okay. Well, there's like 10 valleys. So, what valley are you from? There's a valley over there. There's one over here. There's the San Fernando Valley. There's or they'll say the valley. There's not one like the valley, but I know there's a big one. Like they grow a lot of the crops, all the fruit and stuff like that. What's funny, a lot of times in Florida. So Florida is a big orange state. You know, lot of oranges, but they've leveled a lot. They've leveled a lot of the orange groves to build houses and stuff like that over the years. So we're importing oranges now. Like you'll see orange juice that comes from California, which is weird because Florida, like it's on the tag, like the orange is the state fruit, but we're importing orange juice and stuff like that, like from California. But then when you go to California, you'll get orange juice from Florida. So it's, you know, kind of weird how stuff like that works. But yeah, there seems to be so many valleys in California. Like there's what's the karate show? The Cobra Kai. They have the All Valley tournament. What's the Simi Valley? Simi Valley is another one. And then you have the Bay Area, which I think where I'm from, Tampa Bay, we call ourselves the Bay Area too. I think we actually copied that from San Francisco because that's what they say, the Bay Area. We say the same here in Tampa because you've got Tampa, St. Pete, and all of that. So you're from Calgary, Canada. Yeah, you have a hockey team there. Yeah. So, and we have an awesome. All right. At least you don't eat prison food for lunch. Well, for what my company charges, it better not be prison food. I would throw it back at them. I don't know that the gym I go to, some of the locker rooms and the showers are like a prison. Oh, anyway, all right. So yeah, got that one. Literally. There is a 200 character limit on your comments. Hey, I didn't design it. It's a free platform, but I'm going to look into what Varden told me. I may try something else because I almost hit my StreamYard. They have free, and it's worked out for me because so I used to use Zoom, but I had to go to StreamYard because my Zoom, like I filled up my storage for Zoom. So I can't, I used to actually sit there, record a video in the recording and then post it. Now I just go live. It's the easiest thing to do, you know, being on StreamYard. And then of course I get adoring fans on here and it makes me dangerous because you all get me talking and I can just rant and rant and rant, you know. It's almost like just having a phone or a Skype or a FaceTime conversation with all of you all, you know. And it's good because you know it's fun. We have fun. I try to be funny. Like I say, if this whole finance thing doesn't work out, I'd try stand-up comedy, and I enjoy it, you know. But yeah, 200 character limit. But I didn't design the platform. But the funny thing, they give you so many hours for free. I haven't hit it. I've come somewhat near hitting it, I guess, but haven't hit it. So, but yeah, after that you have to like pay. So let's see. Damon Rydell says, Jose, you sell the existing shares except for 3, then buy back the 30% discount net asset value. Is there such a thing as like gross asset value? Because we hear about net asset value a lot. Will do, thanks. I have CLM and CRF at E-Trade. Oh, E-Trade, man. You know, E-Trade really ticked me off. I logged in. I still have an account there because there's a stock I couldn't move, and it's like $2,000 or something. But it's a Chinese stock actually, 10-cent Holdings, I think. But I got mad because they flagged my account when I moved it, and I get all these messages. I'm logging into my own account, and I get an email. There's been a new log on under your account. I get a text, and it's like it's ridiculous. It's my own account, you know, and all this identity stuff is just ridiculous. Booker Anderson, Terminator. What about Terminator? Who the like Arnold, or I mean, the movies were filmed out there, California. Well, you're a new fan. It looks like. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you subscribe. By the way, any of you that's new on here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Well, you're commenting, but make sure you subscribe too. Let's see if that subscription count moved up. Now that I'm thinking about it here, let's see here. Go to YouTube Studio, and ooh, we went up by 1. So hopefully that was you, Booker. Thanks for joining. All right, we're rolling. What else do we have here? Big Lance. How's my humor today? Is it on par with usual? Is it sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse, but I try to stay on par. I try to be an on par comedian and golfer, but in that order. I'm probably better at comedy than golf, but I hope that the humor level stays about the same. So, can you explain the rights offering with CLM and how it works? I'll leave that to someone else in the audience. Uh-oh, keep up. Feels like we're in class. He said we mentioned like 5 times, scroll up. It's like we're in class here, you know. Stock bar, nice channel ring to it. You think I should say that? And then I could say brewing great returns, right? Which that's actually what I called my podcast. I was going to do a separate channel. Believe it or not, I hate to plug big YouTubers, but my ideal, when I saw like Graham Stephan, I was going to model myself after him. And I could see myself like, I said, you know, like I could see myself in 5 years, the channel making like $1 million a year in ad revenue, and then having a podcast. And like his is called the Iced Coffee Hour. I was going to be brewing great returns, which is what I call myself. And I even started a separate channel, but at this point, I just stick to the one channel that's monetized, you know, but because you can upload different videos and they'll actually get pushed out to a different audience. It's all the science behind the algorithm. So, all right, what did you say here? When the dividends get up around 30%, they do a rights offering and rebalance with a lower share price. I think you meant then do. LOL makes sense. Yes, EOG is publicly traded. Oh, your company. Yeah. Well, hopefully you have some good company stock there. By the way, I will say, you know, I was talking about like this 2023, like this, you know, anxiety, be an anxious year and stuff like that. But it does help. Doing these live streams does help my anxiety. So I don't need like any prescription drugs or anything. But, you know, I don't live in Canada, so they're not free anyway. EOG Resources. It pays a dividend too. You forgot to mention that. 2.89%. But we're down since January. How about that? We're down. We peaked at like 135, and we're down to like 112. Interesting. Tatiana is giving me your schedule here. Okay, well, so you'll have to put down, if you do a planner or your phone calendar, you'll have to make sure you put on the days you're off that you can binge watch THB Finance, you know. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So so you work part-time? I was going to say, what kind of a schedule is that? In the middle of the week, you're off. And I presume maybe you work weekends. You know, for me, I'd actually rather work weekends because there's not a lot you can do. Like everything's open during the week at 9 to 5, you know, which most of the time, most of us are working 9 to 5 unless we have an off hours job. But I've always said I would like rather work weekends and have 2 days off during the week. Because for one thing, everything's more expensive on weekends. You know, like try to go to Vegas, try to book a room. Everything's way more expensive on like a Saturday and a Sunday, Friday night too. But in the middle of the week, it's way cheaper and it's less crowded. So I'd rather have like the middle of the week as my weekend. I think that works good. Big Lance, Jose, I just don't understand how that process works logistically. Do you have to physically rebuy or is it just an automatic drip? Ooh, it's getting late over here. You're all keeping me on a long time here. Damon Rydell, where are we? I own a carpet cleaning company, but make more money trading options and collecting dividends. I live in California. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I visit there. Great place to visit, not to live. That overtime thing is something they're trying to push through. Hasn't hit yet. I wonder if Gavin Newsom's going to run for president. I hear he might be our next one. Who knows? Um, but yeah, he won somehow in a landslide there. Anyway, so yeah, I wonder how much you make trading options. You seem like you do really well at it. I think I'm flat. I'm about to have another one. I hold on to them too much. My strategy, like when I tell you I make good money in one or two of them, that strategy is not sustainable because I lose a lot more in the others. So I'm probably like in the red for the year, honestly. But I don't look at them enough. So if you sell making 30% and then buy back at 17% lower share price, you're making 47%. Is that right? Does that check out, audience? I have to have more of you corroborate that. Damon Rydell says correct. So there you go. You must sell prior to rebalance and buy back after. 6 hours from LA, Modesto specifically, if you've heard of it. Is that near like San Francisco? So I know outside of San Francisco, there's like all these small towns and stuff. What's in the middle of the state? So the five runs all the way through the middle of the state. Do you know where Redding is? I guess pot country, if I can say that. Green country, Humboldt County. My cousin lives around there. But Modesto, is that near? So what do you have? There's San Jose, and then there's a place, I think there's a small town called Morgan Hill, which we stopped at to eat at like a Chili's. Maybe that's why I get so many Chili's ads, which I actually haven't seen in a while now that I think about it. But yeah, there was this town called Morgan Hill outside of San Jose, I think. And yeah, we stopped to eat there like 2 years ago on the way down to LA from Redding area. I've been to Mount Shasta too, in the north part of the state. Mount Shasta, Mount Lassen, all of that. Really cool. Didn't get abducted by aliens or anything. So, but I hear that that's a popular urban myth there. But yeah, Modesto. That must be near like San Fran or something. I like the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway, but coming down through, we came through like Oakland, I think, and that was a mess. That had to be the worst traffic I've ever seen, and I've seen some bad traffic. But anyway, all right, Big Lance. So you have to sell all your shares, then buy back all your shares. I guess I'm missing how you get from A to B. Well, audience, fill them in. You have to sell but three. Sell all except for three. Okay. Yes, but keep like three because you can only buy back if you're a current shareholder. Best stock to be in right now. Someone said Zim. That's a tough one. I think Apple is pretty stable. I like Nvidia a lot. I wish I would have kept those options. Do you see what that's done now? It was up to 290. I sold at like 238. Really knocking myself for that one. Wow. So what's the timing on it? And do we discount? Do we the discount automatically apply? Instead of we the people, it's we the discount. Sounds like a good channel name. Yeah, Zim, isn't that the best stock right now? I need to get some. Once I pay some of this stuff off, I'll start investing in some of these things again. Usually in the spring. For what? I've been banned for life from E-Trade and Ameritrade. Ooh, you troublemaker. How about that? Damn PDT rules. What is that? Happened 20 years ago when I didn't know what I was doing. Pattern day trading? You got banned for pattern day trading? Oh, you should come on and tell this story. Seriously. So you have a YouTube channel. Come on and plug your YouTube channel. You can come on live. Tell this story. You know, I want to hear this. I didn't know you could get banned for pattern day trading. Once a year. Wow. That's why I tune in for the intelligent, humorous comments. Well, I knew that. I knew you were in the camp of tuning in for that, but I just wanted I just want to make sure that humor stays consistent. That's what I'm aiming for. You're on Seeking Alpha, yes? Who, me? At times I am. Oh, looks like you're a new fan, Mike Terry. Well, welcome to the channel. Hope you subscribe. Glad to have you on. Yeah, sometimes I'm on Seeking Alpha, but many times I'm not. When you buy back into CLM, do you need to call your broker, and tell them to purchase your shares as part of the RO so you get the discount? Why would you need to call your broker? Tell them to purchase your shares as part of the RO. I don't know. Honestly, some of this is over my head. Lol, drugs aren't free in Canada, just cheaper than you guys. Yeah, those darn pharmaceuticals. But supposedly Biden and them, they all fixed that. Supposedly. They stood up to the pharmaceuticals, which ironically fund their campaign a lot. So go figure. 16,000 per month on options and 15,000 on dividends. We need to have you on for a live stream. Do you know, with that, you probably do better than most of these clowns on here. That's really good. And I thank you for disclosing that to us. I mean, that's really solid. Jose Guzman, awesome. I'm in Reading. Oh, that's funny. How about that? I wonder if I wonder if you're like my cousin's neighbor or something. That's funny. I was just there for like 2 weeks. Crazy. Go on the channel. What channel? Nice. Apple. Oh, KJK, good. All right. So I kind of have a bone to pick with you a little bit. Well, not so much a bone because you're helping me out with this, but I haven't gotten an email from Jay. You keep saying you posted it, and I don't see it. I don't know where to look, but I don't have an email from Jay. So I've given you my email. I'll do a screen share. I was hoping you'd show up because that reminded me. I'll screen share here and I'll show everybody where my email is. You can email me anything business related. I have a business email. It's called lifechangingfinancialconsults@gmail.com. So all Jay has to do is email that. So you're saying Apple, NVIDIA, Microsoft, the AI triangle. Interesting. There's a triangle around Mount Shasta too. And there's a Bermuda Triangle. But anyway, we won't go down the triangle rabbit hole. So, all right, let me go back to my studio here. And, or no, I'll just go back to my channel. And I'm going to show all of you all. I hope I don't get a bunch of spam. But I'm going to show all of you all where, let's see here. I'm going to show all of you all where my email is so that you know. All right. And I'll go over something else here while I'm at it. So I'm going to leave your comment up for a while here. So let's get this out of the way here. All right. So I'm going to go to my channel. All right. This is the channel. This is the channel banner, which some people say can be improved on. I'll have to do that. I actually did it myself. This is the live stream going on right now. Something I want to address here. I've had a few of you ask. These videos are ones I paid an editor to do. As you can see, they didn't perform too well. The live streams, if you want a layout of the channel, so I have videos that you'll see. All these last ones are the ones that I paid the editor to do. But if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll actually see ones I used to do on Zoom. Okay, so that's the video section. We have the shorts section, which is short videos I've done, which I haven't done one in a while. And then in the live section is where all the videos I currently do, where they all are. They go to live streams. And I have playlists where I actually have talked about all kinds of stuff, So I've talked about options. I've talked about budgeting. The community tab is where I actually have, the polls I've done, or things like Tatiana's comment from yesterday and other polls and stuff I've done. See? And, but the main thing I want to show you is here, channel description, view email address. Look here. Right in the middle of the screen. Hope you all can see this, especially you, Mr. I think your name's Kevin, you said. So right in the middle of the screen is the email. So make sure Jay emails this email if you would, kind sir. So thank you for that. Now, how do I remove this comment from here? All right, so stop screen. So hope you all wrote that down. If not, I'll put it in the comments here again. Dang, I'm stuck on. Oh, it's right here. Here we go. OMFL ETF is a good growth ETF. I thought that was like, I thought you were saying something else actually, like OMG or something. Hold on just a second here. Let's see something. Oops. OMFL. I'll look at that in a second here. Yeah, shoot. I'll look at that in just a second. OMFL. Y'all are gonna keep me going late here. OMFL. I guess we're going to go back to Yahoo again a third time. OMFL. That's Dong Wen, right? Hopefully you have a win on this trade. Invesco Russell 1000 Dynamic Multi-Factor ETF. 1.58% yield. Not too great. High cost for the low yield. I'm sure you'll tell me it's got a good total return. Well, we'll look at that right now, actually. Year-to-date total return, 10.58%. I think better can be had, So there's so many of these funds to pick and choose from. It's like a Vegas buffet, There's so many funds to pick and choose from. You got to be really selective, Tatiana, you've been on here with me the whole time, and you work full time, 12 hours a day, and you eat prison food for lunch. Oh, that's a bummer. You got to invest in dividends more so you can get out of those conditions. But how do you? Oh, so you work 12 hours on the days you work. I'm assuming that's how you're off for those days. That makes sense. It's like you got to pay the price to get those days off. People see, oh, you're off in the middle of the week, but you're actually working 12-hour shifts on the days you're working. But yeah, we got to get you doing better than that. You want to get out of that prison environment. Definitely. I used to wear orange into my last job where I was because it felt like a prison, the way they wanted us in the office every day, micromanaging us and stuff like that. I mean, they literally it was crazy. And I stayed there way too long. If I can give you all any advice, like if you're miserable in a job or unhappy in a job, you have to break out of that. I stayed too long. I spent a portion. I feel like I gave a piece of my life to this company, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't good. Um, and looking back, I wish I had got out sooner because I'm happier where I am now. Nothing's perfect, but I'm definitely happier where I am now. So, but yeah, I stayed at that last company too long, and I realized as I got done with school, I've realized like what I've missed out on over time, and that's part of what's I think driving my anxiousness this year because it's like, wow, I've been missing out on all this stuff. All of a sudden, it's like I'm trying to make up for lost time in a way. Yep. OMFL is the new SCHD. Possibly. I don't really know much about it. What about PEY ETF? Don't know anything about it. Well, I'm running at 30 to 45K. And your dividend income, that's pretty good. You'll post it now again, but where are you posting it? Are you posting it in the comments section? Awesome. Does this work? You preach out to the okay. I preach out to everybody, not just the okay. I preach out to the struggling, the well off, not just to the okay. It's a little bit of a joke there. Oh, Jose Guzman has to leave. Well, hey, thanks for showing up. Peace out. Take care. Good night. Oh, you had to leave too. Please email Jay to set up a visit here to your site. Yeah, but I need his email address. I'm putting in a little TYLG. Look, 5 years growth. It's 80%. Damon Rydell says, although it isn't exciting and has a crap dividend, I think Costco is one of the best growth stocks you can own. Yeah, tell me about it. I wish I would have bought it like several years ago. They have 51 million members with a 96% renewal rate. Yeah, I'm one of those too. And I think, what's his name? Rob Smith is a big Costco fan too. If Cost raises their subscription rate by $20 per member, that's over $1 billion in increased revenue. Yeah, that looks good as a shareholder, but I'm kind of hoping they don't do that because they'll almost be back to what I used to pay for the executive membership. I think that was our last comment, and we're starting to run out of live viewers. You all are falling off, so I think I'm going to end it there. I went for a whole hour and a half. You all kept me longer than I expected you to, so I'm going to end it right there. Thank you all so much for showing up and tuning in. Had a good time with you all. Take care. See you on the flip side. Like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.